Hello, I hope you're doing well. Well, I have some things to share with you. First of all, we are about to finish the Bell. The Bell soundtrack is the video game I'm working. If you follow me in Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. Um, we will launch the demo, and I hope you will play it and let me know what you think because we are putting a lot of effort on it. Then, if you go to my Patreon, one of the first posts was a sketch about the happy theme and the sketch of the action theme. Then the happy theme, I already finished it, the final version with all the final arrangements and the final mix and everything. And when I was doing it just for fun, because one of the developers told me, "Oh, it will be nice if the mices are, playing guitars and things like that." And I made a short, like a rock version of the happy theme, and it's quite crazy. We will probably not make anything with it, but we have a lot of fun with it. But it's one thing I used on this track that I believe can be interesting for you to learn something about how your ear works. Because, listen, when I was studying modern music, I was teaching modern music for 12 years, but of course I started before, and I was like additive thing, I started with the classical singing, then I had the modern singing, then I started to feel interest about composition, and I studied harmony, and then I started with the arrangements, then it leads me to orchestration, and I have the vocal music that I like a lot, and the big band music that is quite nice for me. Then I started to, then crazy people is like that, you can't blame me. Then the thing is, I was for maybe 2 years and a half, something like that, 2 nights each week. I was with my conductor in concert key in front of the big band. For some of you that you are not musicians and you don't know what a conductor is, it's when you see orchestra, they have a lot of instruments, but the paper that the conductor have with him, it's or with her, it's a document where you can see all the staffs or all the instruments there. Okay, what they are playing. You should notice some instruments, for example, the piano. If you write a C, the piano player will play a C. Okay, but some instruments are not that way. I mean, if you want them to play a C, you should write another note. This is what we call transposing instruments. Then when you have the conductor in concert, we call in concert key, that means that everything is the real sound. I mean, it's not transposed for each instrument. It's just arrangement. And I use this kind of conductors when I was studying harmony to see how they split the harmony between the instruments and everything, besides the arrangements, the riffs, and the bumps and the different things they did. Okay. Then my point is, in the beginning, when I was hearing the big band, honestly, I just hear a whole thing. The big band was the big band, and that's it. Later, I started to perceive like sections. I have this is the sax section, this is the brass section, with the trombones and the trumpets and some tuba and things like that, and the rhythm section. And when more time is passing, and I started to perceive the sax section was not the sax section anymore. I was hearing the soprano sax, the alto sax, the tenor sax, and the baritone sax, and it's the same with the trombones. I can hear 4 trombones and the trumpets and everything. But the point is, reading the music. Meanwhile, you are, no matter if you don't read music, I will use these kind of things for you. I'm preparing this. Okay, let me just show you this kind of thing. We will use a lot. Okay, we will use this kind of things a lot because it's really useful. Because no matter if you don't know how to read music, you can see the lines, how they are moving, And maybe not in the first video, but I promise you, when you are watching maybe 4 or 5 videos, things like that, your ear and your eye and your brain will start to coordinate and to make you feel the association between the things you are seeing and the things you are hearing. Okay, then when I was reading this concert key and when I was hearing the things, I know if I see one of the instruments is making a line, my ear was looking for that line, and maybe something inside that in the beginning you don't hear, but you at the end of the day you hear it. And this is how you grow. I mean, how you start to learn how to listen to everything. Because as I told you in a different video, normally non-trained person just hear the bottom and the top, and that's it. I mean, that doesn't mean that they don't hear everything. Of course they hear it, but they are filtering. You know, the main function of the brain is filter things and leave things apart and things like that. But the point is, oh, I speak too much, you know, it's crazy. Well, the point is, with this, what I will do is, first I will put you the happy theme, then I will show you what I made with this funny rock version I made with this guy. Then I will explain a little bit which is the effect you are hearing but you don't know you are hearing, and then I will remove layers to let you notice, and then I will put the layers again and you will continue noticing, and then your ear have this kind of new tool that allows him to look inside the harmonies to look for this kind of effects. Okay, then first of all, we will play the happy theme. Okay, let me close that. Okay, I will not play it full. You will hear it full if you buy the game. Now you can download the demo. Very soon I will let you know on Twitter, maybe here in Patreon too, because when we launch it, I will make an analysis of all the themes, or just showing you a little bit one by one. Okay, this is the happy theme, just for you to remember. Well, it was just to make you remember. If you don't hear it, you have the sketch version, you have it in my Patreon. Then this is the funny thing I made. The developer told me, Tony, it will be great if these mice are playing rock with this, and it was kind of half a joke, but you know, sometimes I'm a little bit tired with something, and I just change the direction and make something different. You know, I launch throw a stone by the window to kill someone or things like that. But sometimes I make music and that's it. Or I go to Twitter and break someone's balls, and then I go back to work. But anyway, this is what I made. Well, first of all, your brain recognizes the melody because you hear it when I put the sketch, if you did it, and now I put the original version just to allow you to appreciate the version. Because if I put this directly without putting you the first version, you don't know. You can notice the difference, because music is always about contrast and things like that. You know, to have a good version of something, if you don't know the original thing, then you can't appreciate if it is good or not. You can you can say, oh, I like it or I don't like it, but you don't know the difference. Okay, now you can hear it. Then here, let me explain. These red notes here, they are the melody you are hearing that is on the top. but you can see you have another melody here, and I can use this to explain you something. When you have more than one voice, you can be like three ways, okay? You can go parallel motion. I told you, the musicians, we are not very creative putting names to things. Then parallel motion will be exactly moving parallel. It will be good if I can put you the mic, but okay, forget about it. I don't need that. Then maybe I can cut it or edit it. Whatever. Then I have the parallel motion when everything is going parallel. I have the oblique motion when one voice is standing and the other one is moving. And you have the contrary motion. Contrary motion you have here in an 87. You can see this line is going up and this line is going down. Okay. For me, this is not a counterpoint because okay, we have two different voices and two different it's different pitches. It's not the same note in different octave. It's different pitches. It's creating harmony, but we have just one rhythm shape. Okay, we don't have different shapes. When you have, for example, one half note and against two quarter notes, things like that, then we can start to think about counterpoint. But this is just some harmonic thing. Okay, then the thing is, we are talking about electric guitar. Electric guitar is going through a distortion filter. Okay, then if you put one note through the distortion filter, it affects the distortion, affects the note. But here we have two notes, and the interval between these two notes is creating kind of acoustic resonance, or it's a harmonic relationship with it that is going through the distortion too. And that makes the guitar sound in a certain way. But the two melodies are there, but you're hearing just, okay, you are hearing both of them, but you are like, I'm perceiving just the melody. Okay, my idea now is I will put it again. I will put without the drum and the bass, just this guitar. Then I will remove the melody and will allow you to listen the counter melody. I mean the secondary melody, we will call it. Okay, okay. Then the secondary melody you will hear then maybe twice, things like that. Then you will learn it. Then I will put again. I will remove the secondary melody and I will show you the melody that you already know. But you will notice that without the secondary melody, it sounds the same. I mean, it have the same shape, but it doesn't sound the same. And that nuance that you are losing there is what your brain will learn and will identify. Then next time I put you again the full thing, you will be able to hear what your ear will be able to hear what is happening there. And this is mainly what I want today, just to learn something. You know, not everything will be funny and crazy things. You should learn something here, you know. I expect that. Well, anyway, I will put this again. Okay, now I will remove everything. I mean, just we'll leave just the guitar to you can feel it without any distraction. Now, I will remove this here. Okay, give me a second. You should be careful to not removing something we don't have to remove. Hey, it's a fart from the devil. No one. Then that's the secondary melody I will put together with the drum and the bass and everything, okay? See, it's different. It have the same rhythm, but pitches are different, and sometimes directions are different too. Okay, then I will play it again for you. Great. Then we'll have our melody back again. Now, I will do it the other way. I mean, I will remove the secondary melody. No, don't kill me, don't kill me. Shut up. Okay. Now, I will play the melody without the secondary melody, and you will feel it's exactly the same that you remember, but it's like a cleaner version. Without it seems like I remove part of the distortion, but this is not what is happening. What is happening is that I remove the secondary melody, as you can see. Then their relationship between the two notes it doesn't exist anymore. It is not creating any harmonic relationship that can go through the distortion and make that flavor happens. Then you will see what I mean now. That's it. Well, and now again, the full version. Now that as I made when I was with the big band, and I hear how the sax play their part and how the trumpets play their part and how they play, and I was reading as you are reading now, because if I put a score, maybe you will be not able to read, but this way is very easy because you know where the note is and which direction it have and how many time it takes. Then believe me, if you continue watching my videos, if you don't have maybe you suicide yourself or suicide yourself. It's other way of suicide. I don't know. Anyway. If you continue watching this, you will see that you will learn how to read this and it will start to feel natural to you. But now I will put them again, and please, this red one, you will hear it, you want or not. This will be something your brain will do for you without your permission. But try to pay attention to the other line. You already know how it sounds. You already heard it isolated. Then try to pay attention and try to look for it with your ear. Okay, let's do it. Well, that's mainly it. I hope you enjoyed, and if you like this kind of crazy videos without a script and just talking and saying stupid things, but sometimes showing you something about music, then just support me on my Patreon, and I will continue doing that. And if you don't want, you can just not subscribe, or you can, launch a bomb over my home. But be sure my daughter and my wife is they are not in home when that happens, and be sure that you kill me, because if not, I will look for you. Kidding. Well, have a nice day, night, or whatever.